laughable. He doesn't know what history is when it's made. Half did vote for Donald Trump, and the margin was 30 points. It's confounding. Anyway, Matt Gorman, vice president of Targeted Victory and former senior advisor to Senator Tim Scott, and David Carlucci, former Democratic New York State senator. I don't know, David, put your secret decoder ring on and tell me what that Democrat just said.
Well, what he's saying is, look, over $123 million spent. Less than 15% of eligible voters come out to caucus. Only 50% of these diehard alleged Trump supporters actually voted for Trump. And the Des Moines Register, they say that only 71% of caucus goers will actually vote for Trump. So this is, I think, concerning to Trump. Look, he's a former president. He's one of the only former presidents to ever run in the Iowa caucus. And the fact that he only gets 50% really is not saying much. I think he's got a long way ahead of him. And the fact that you have really the hardcore base, yes, they love Trump. They love that red meat. But that's not independents and Democrats, that's for sure.
Well, I'm going to move on from that because you know no one is 100% everything. So it's interesting, your argument. Go ahead, Matt. Take it away.
I guess what I'm really kind of curious about is they keep talking about how weak Donald Trump is. He's weak. He's a weak, candidate, this and that. But he's beating Joe Biden head to head and has been pretty consistently for the last several months. I mean, look, take it from me. I was in Iowa with Tim Scott. One of the biggest and best arguments we had and all the non-Trump candidates had was when Donald Trump wasn't winning head-to-head matchup against Joe Biden. Once he started, it was our best argument was taken away from us. And whether it's Haley, DeSantis, or Trump, they're all beating Biden to some extent, whatever it may be, one-on-one. And so, again, if Trump is so weak, he's still beating Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the most historically weak incumbent we've seen in like the last 15 years, at least, if not longer.
Well, back in September, the Washington Post's David Ignatius wrote a column saying Joe Biden should not run for re-election. Now he's doubling down.
The American public does seem to be concerned about his age. That's not you or me saying it. It's just a feeling that's out there in the public. The polls consistently show that. I can't fault the leadership he's giving on these crises, but I haven't lost my concern, nor has the public.
David.
Yeah, I think when the only argument is age, that's a good place to be. This commentator even said, look, you can't fault him on his leadership internationally and domestic. And yes, these are challenging problems. And as the president, you have to take leadership. But I would just juxtapose it. Yes, people are concerned about Biden's age. Donald Trump's right behind him in age. But they're more concerned about Donald Trump. And that's where Donald Trump hits this ceiling. They're most concerned about immigration and the economy. In that order, by the way, in Iowa. And we'll see what happens when we get to New Hampshire. Matt, I do want to get your take on this idea that when you put Biden up next to someone, what you get is, the other guy. But Biden is the one with the lowest approval rating.
Yeah, look, they can't defend their own policies, their own failures, and so they're going to go after others. You're absolutely right. And again, when they talk about raising all this money, that's table stakes. He's a sitting president of the United States. If he wasn't raising record sums of money, like every other president does, regardless of party, that would be a major red flag. So, look, I work for Jeb Bush. I work for a lot of great candidates who had a lot of money. It doesn't help you at the end of the day if people can't trust that you're able to do the job. If gas prices, food prices are out of control, you're going to see this dichotomy between the two. The left very much wants to talk about democracy, how it's at risk, this and that. But a lot of those voters that whatever party needs to win, they want to hear how can you make housing, buying a car, food prices, gas prices, all affordable again. That's the tension you're going to hear between the two candidates, I think, throughout the next year or so.
Well, if Republicans can stay there and offer some economic issues and take some of the spots that are growing in the economy and sell them better than even the president can, because he's doing a miserable job at all of it, it will be interesting. One of his top advisors, formerly Simone Sanders, had said, stop with the Bidenomics already. It's not working. Gentlemen, it's great to see you. Thank you. Outnumbered after the break.
Good to be with you.